You know their face. You know their name. The person who smiled at you while texting your ex behind your back. The one who played innocent while actively dismantling what you built. Maybe it was the coworker who just understood them better. The friend who was just being supportive during your rough patches. The family member who never quite approved of you and worked quietly to push you out. Whoever they were, they weren't innocent. They knew exactly what they were doing. And your ex? They protected them, defended them, made you feel crazy for sensing what was obvious, that something inappropriate was happening that they were both pretending didn't exist. You've carried that. The anger, the humiliation, the rage of being gaslit about something you could feel in your gut but couldn't prove. But something's shifting now. Things they thought were hidden are surfacing. People who stayed quiet are starting to talk. Evidence they assumed was deleted is being recovered. The truth about what they did together, how long it was happening, how calculated it was, all of that is about to become undeniably public. Not because you're exposing them, because liars always get sloppy eventually. If you know exactly who that person is, the one who helped destroy your relationship, just drop their first initial below. Just a letter. Because this community knows that sometimes the universe exposes what we were told to stop talking about. Your knowing matters here. Let me just be real with you for a second about what this specific betrayal does to a person. It's one thing to be cheated on. It's another thing entirely to be gaslit about it while it's happening. To have your reality questioned. To be made to feel jealous, insecure, or paranoid when you were actually just accurate. You saw the way they looked at each other. You noticed the inside jokes that excluded you. You felt the energy shift when that person was around. And when you brought it up, calmly, reasonably, just trying to understand, they made you the problem. You're being ridiculous. They're just a friend. I can't believe you don't trust me. Your insecurity is pushing me away. So you started doubting yourself. Maybe you were being too sensitive. Maybe you were projecting. You try to be cooler about it, less bothered, more trusting. And the whole time, your gut was screaming that something was wrong. And that person, they played their part perfectly, didn't they? So sweet to your face, so understanding. Maybe they even talked to you about your relationship problems, pretending to be supportive while secretly being the problem. Or maybe they avoided you altogether, but always managed to be wherever your ex was. The disrespect is what really cuts deep, because it wasn't just about desire or attraction. It was about two people deciding that what they wanted mattered more than basic human decency, more than honesty. More than your right to make informed decisions about your own life. You know what the worst part was? Watching other people believe their innocent act. Watching friends defend them. Hearing they're not like that. Or you're reading too much into it from people who weren't there, who didn't see what you saw. And when the truth finally came out, if it came out at all, it was probably minimized. It just happened. We didn't mean to hurt you. We tried to fight it. As if they were victims of some uncontrollable force rather than two people who made deliberate choices repeatedly over time. Now something's changing. The story they told everyone, the version where there's sympathetic figures who fell in love after your relationship ended. That story is cracking. Because stories built on lies need constant maintenance. And they've gotten comfortable, sloppy, and the truth is starting to leak out. Let me walk you through how these situations stay secret and why they eventually don't. When your ex and this person first started whatever they started, they were careful. Secret meetings, deleted messages, coordinated stories. They probably had rules. No texting during certain hours. No public interactions that seemed too familiar. But here's the thing about maintaining lies. It's exhausting. Over time, people get tired. They get comfortable. They start to believe their own cover story. They think because they've gotten away with it this long, they're smarter than everyone else. That's when mistakes happen. Maybe they got careless with their phones. A message notification at the wrong time. A photo that shouldn't be there. Location services showing them in the same place when they both claim to be elsewhere. Small digital footprints they forgot to erase. Or maybe the timeline is becoming obvious to people who do basic math. When did they officially get together versus when your relationship actually ended versus when people remember seeing them together? The story doesn't add up when people start comparing notes. Now here's where it gets interesting. People who knew but stayed silent are starting to talk. Maybe enough time has passed. Maybe they witnessed your ex, and this person do the same thing to someone else. Whatever the reason, witnesses who are quiet are speaking up. Social media is probably playing a role too. Old posts with timestamps, photos with metadata, check-ins at locations, digital evidence that exists even when they think they deleted everything. The internet remembers, and their own behavior is exposing them. When you build a relationship on sneaking around, the sneaking becomes part of the dynamic. Even after they don't need to hide, they still act shady. People notice. Why are they so defensive? Why does their story keep changing? The habits formed during deception don't just disappear. Now let me tell you what being exposed actually looks like. Because this isn't usually one dramatic moment. It's smaller exposures that build until denial becomes impossible. First, the social circle is figuring it out. People who believe their timeline are realizing it doesn't match evidence. Someone mentions seeing them together months before they officially started dating. Someone else remembers a conversation that reveals your ex was already checked out while claiming commitment. These pieces are being shared, and a consensus is forming. They lied. Second, their contradictions are catching up. They told different people different versions of when things started, how it happened, who pursued who, and those people are comparing notes. Your ex said one thing. The other person said another. Neither matches what witnesses observed. Third, digital evidence is appearing. Screenshots of concerning messages. Security footage showing them together when they shouldn't have been. Credit card statements or receipts that contradict their claims. Paper trails are harder to erase than they thought. Fourth, their behavior toward each other reveals the truth. Even now, they have patterns left over from hiding. The way they look at each other. Inside jokes from when you were still together. Familiarity that takes longer to build than their claimed timeline. People who pay attention notice. Now here's where it gets real. Someone with nothing to lose is about to speak up. Maybe a friend done protecting them. Maybe someone they wronged similarly. Maybe you, finally deciding you're done carrying their secret. Once one person breaks the silence, others follow. Let me talk about why this isn't just about vindication for you. First, it protects other people. If they did this to you, they're capable of doing it to others. Once they're publicly known as people who cheat, lie, and gaslight, others can make informed decisions about trusting them. Second, it corrects the record about you. For however long people believe their version, you've been misunderstood, judged unfairly. Your reactions were viewed through the lens of their lies. When the truth comes out, people will understand. You weren't crazy. You weren't jealous or controlling. You were responding appropriately to a real situation being hidden and denied. Third, it creates accountability they've been avoiding. They got to start their relationship without social consequences, without judgment, but exposure changes that. They'll face questions, disapproval, loss of respect. That's not revenge, it's consequence. Now here's what's important for you. This exposure isn't about you getting revenge. You're not orchestrating it. It's happening because lies collapse under their own weight eventually. Because truth is patient but persistent. What this gives you is confirmation that your reality was real. That you weren't making things up. That your gut was right. And sometimes, that confirmation finally allows you to let go of the self-doubt they planted. Now let's talk about where you are as this unfolds. First, resist the urge to participate in the pylon. When the truth comes out, there might be temptation to add your voice, to make sure everyone knows everything. But you don't need to. The truth is exposing itself. Your participation isn't required. Staying silent while they're exposed actually demonstrates more strength. Second, don't let this become your identity. Yes, you were wronged. Yes, they're being exposed. But you're more than what happened to you. If you make their exposure the center of your life, you're still giving them power over your peace. Third, be prepared for complex emotions. Exposure might not feel purely satisfying. You might feel sad for them, uncomfortable with public pain, even a weird protective instinct. All of that is okay. You can want accountability and still feel compassion. Now here's something about if people come to you for your story. You get to decide what to share and with who. You don't owe everyone details. You don't have to relive trauma to satisfy curiosity. Your story belongs to you. Also, watch out for people who ignored you before suddenly wanting to apologize. Remember who believed you when it cost them something versus who only believes now that it's safe. And finally, use this as a closing chapter, not a reopening wound. Let their exposure be the period at the end of the sentence. Observe it, note it, and keep moving forward. If you made it through this video, you're processing something that's been a long time coming. The two people who betrayed you together are about to face exposure they can't control. Here's what I want you to know. You're allowed to feel satisfied and sad at the same time, vindicated and uncomfortable, relieved and still angry about how long it took. So hit that like button right now, not as celebration of their exposure, but as acknowledgement that you survived betrayal by two people who coordinated against you, and you're still standing. Then subscribe, because as this continues, as more truth comes out, you'll need perspective on staying in your healing rather than getting pulled into their drama. Turn on notifications for specific reminders when you're tempted to participate in ways you'll regret. When vindication feels so good, you start seeking more of it in unhealthy ways. Drop a comment with just one emoji that represents how you feel about them finally getting caught. Your ex and that person are about to be exposed. The lies are collapsing. The truth is spreading. And you didn't have to do anything except survive and keep your integrity intact. Stay grounded. Stay dignified. Stay focused on your path. Their exposure is confirmation. Your healing is the actual victory. I'll see you in the next one.